Hello, good morning, and what's up, guys? And thanks for tuning in, and welcome to another weekly crypto market update. So this is Setup Saturday, and as always, I am here with Zero Cool. How are you?
Good morning. Pretty good, pretty good. Crypto less good, but otherwise pretty good.
It's going up. It's going up today and yesterday. So that's what we're going to talk about, and of course, we're going to talk about why it was down these last few weeks, actually already. So, but first, today I want to talk about something else because Zero Cool told me something yesterday actually which might be important for everyone. And let me show this screen. So basically, as everyone knows, we have a Discord and the link is in the description. So but Circle got a message from a new member called Cryptilon, and what he says was, I'm reading back this Discord. You guys should really do some more show and tell type. Should have connected earlier. And then he also says, no, I see very down to earth and experience with the balance when going into trades and it getting solely into trading in crypto, but trading in general. You guys would help many if you would teach. Not like those I want to sell you a course gurus, but actually do a series explain and how you guys get the info you show. Also show the Discord might help attracting folks to a community. And so that's what I wanted to do today is, and it's actually a very good idea from Cryptilon because I don't, how can I say it, market it that much, the Discord, but it's actually the place where me and Zero Cool and the other community members hang out a lot and where we give out a lot of tips. So
daily, basically, it's a 24/7. Well, not this 24/7 spam thing, but
yeah.
anything I see crypto related that's anywhere interested that goes on the Discord kind of shows that I'm chronically online as well. But that's another story.
So maybe first, thanks a lot for Cryptilon for sending this message, and I'm gonna show the Discord right away. Maybe if someone is watching, can you put a message in chat because I see that it's maybe not live. I don't know. Maybe or Zero Cool, if you can check.
It's live on Twitter. I just reposted it on the base app.
Okay.
I'll double check.
Well, so let me show the Discord real quick for you guys. Here it is.
Yeah, it seems to be live.
All right. So this is our Discord, and when you join the Discord, this is the first thing you see. So this is the how to join, and basically what it is what I tell is, yeah, you need to make a Bybit link to be able to join, and then it's automatically. But if you read closely, you can just message Jack Green for other options, and if you read all the way down, I say, if you don't want to use Bybit, just message Jack Green here on Discord, and he will let you in. So basically, this is to filter out uninterested people. I think I wrote it here. Trading and down safeguards are exclusive content. This community from freeloaders and uninterested spammers. But basically, if you already read this message to the bottom, you know I will let you in. So for everybody watching this stream, if you want to join our Discord, the link is in the description. Just message me and I'll let you in, no worries. So what do you have in Discord? So here is just my stuff that if the live stream is live, it posts automatically. My Twitter as well, of course, then the videos. And Zero Cool is super active in his channel. So we have channels with the analysts here. So Zero Cool, he posts like every minute, basically, is analysis, not only crypto, trading, everything is super active. If you got a question, you can ask him there. Of course, the general where we post daily. So you'll see we're super active almost every hour. We got conversations going on. We got memes. We got the wins and P&L. And that's also something I want to say. For example, the wins and P&L, that's what our Discord is about. So Discord is basically let's win together. We're in this together. Crypto is difficult. We're here to learn from each other, and we're here to win together, basically. What else do we got? We got the gold members launch. So for members that or either were active for a longer time or did use the Bybit link, for example, we have some gold channels where we put, for example, premium trading view scripts, my investments frameworks with like the Bitcoin top signal sheet, valuation model, the altcoin, the alt season. When is alt season for the guys that watched that video? What else do we got? Yeah, a lot of channels. We talk about everything, basically everything crypto related. We do some gem research. Our latest one was Mega Ethereum. Interesting crypto podcast we share with each other. airdrops, options. Even if you are into Visa crypto cards, we have everything, specific channels. And that's also something Cryptolon says. We're not only doing crypto. So, like I said, we're here to win together, but not only in crypto. Sometimes it's a better position to invest in commodities. Sometimes some stocks are very great. Of course, everyone knows that I always talk about macro. Global liquidity is super important. Some general pots, and if it's AI, of course, AI is super important now. So we try to share our AI opinions and everything. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about this, Zero?
Yeah, no, we're just active there. If you like what you see on the stream, that's just basically a fast snippet summarization of what we do on Discords, and it's we try to be as active as possible there. And like Jack said, we're not there to like gain from it. We're there to win together. And stocks channel is pretty active because if you watched crypto this year, it's pretty sideways. We're nearly open, yearly open on Bitcoin. Ethereum is trading on or below yearly open. The money has been made in stocks, I'm afraid, but that's part of it.
What I also really like about the Discord is that it's not an echo chamber. So everyone has their own opinion, and some people are bearish, some people are bullish. We share, so we share everything, and then we try to gauge where we're basically at in the market. So bullish people and bearish people, how can I discuss together to find what we have to do? Yeah, and then of course some off-topic things. We motivate each other for sport and everything. But yeah, maybe I talked enough now about the Discords. I know some people are not interested in joining a Discord or are not active on Discord. So
it's not necessary, right?
Yeah.
But it helps if you're
That's
if you're
where we
active
are.
in crypto. Networking is a big part of it, just not in crypto, just in real life too. If you work anything but a factory job, I think you need to network yourself. And even with a factory job, I'm not trying to talk down to people who keep up our economy. You need to network, and it's possibly, without a doubt, my worst skill set is networking. But online networking is a little easier. So it's a great place to get started and to learn.
Okay, so now let's start with the stream as usual. So let me close this. Let me open this. All right. So so today what we're going to talk about is, as always, of course, macro, to understand Bitcoin's price movement. So why did the crash happen? Zero Cool said that crypto isn't going up this year. So why exactly is that? I will do that a little bit later into the stream. Of course, as always, trading analysis with Zero Cool. But today I'm going to talk most about liquidity. So everything global liquidity, US liquidity, crypto liquidity, because I think that's at the moment what the market is lacking. So, but first, what I wanted to show is this. So the Republicans, they rejected a Democrats' offer to end the shutdown. And I think this was one of the reasons why crypto actually pumped a little bit yesterday evening, because the Democrats, they proposed, they said that if there was going to be a vote right now, that they would vote to end the US government shutdown. And why is this important? Well, it's super important for my tweet. So I hope everyone by now read this short summary of my current macro and liquidity outlook, because when the government shutdown ends, we will see normally around 150 billion from the TGA going back into the market liquidity. And that's the most important thing. If the US shutdown ends, that normally there will be a relief in risk assets. And I think this was one of the reasons that crypto went up. And then, of course, I think a couple of maybe minutes or hours afterwards, the Republicans said, okay, no, they rejected this deal, but the market still continued to go up. So I think that's just a sign that the market saw that as a relief. For example, they thought, okay, if an actual US government shutdown will happen, I need to be positioned, because now even on just the Democrats saying they would vote yes, the market already went up extremely. So I think this was one of the reasons. I will explain later on another reason, but I think this is already going in the good direction. What I also said on the stream with George on, when was it? On Thursday, I said, okay, what can you do to know when the US government shutdown will finish? And of course, a very good metric, or how can I say, it's not really a metric, but it's Polymarket. And Polymarket to me is better than the actual news, because this front runs the news, because there's actual money on the line. And of course, a lot of insider traders use this as well. But that also just means that we will have the news earlier. Did you already thought about that, Circle? So I know, so a lot of insiders use it to make money, but it's not necessarily bad, because we know the news because of that beforehand.
Yeah, but also read something that like 80% of the volume on Polymarket is botted. So if you want to steer an outcome in a direction, it's not that hard, even though it's not the news or the truth, I think. But yeah, this accurately like predicted elections in countries before the news was broke, even if it was counter to what people or analysts were predicting. So it is a tool that you can use to see like where stuff happening. And I agree that government shutdown ending will be bullish for risk assets, including Bitcoin. So the higher the probability of this shutdown ending, the sooner we'll get out of this shop, I guess.
Yeah. So at the moment it's saying November the 20th, which is still in 12 days. So that's why I'm not fully allocated, because that's all basically the summary. I wrote this, I think, under this tweet. I thought I did.
It vanished. You never did.
Or maybe on yeah, here. On the last one I made. So basically the TLDR is we should be fine once the US government reopens. And that's basically my whole macro thesis, that if the US government opens, we will be fine. But nobody knows when it will open. According to Polymarkets, it is in 12 days. And like I said, this is super important because US liquidity and the US financial is getting tight, and that's visible in the repo markets. And did you want to say something, Zero?
No,
because I'm going to go to the next.
Go ahead,
so, as you know, liquidity is tight. And because, of course, the Fed also knows that liquidity is tight. So this is the next thing that I want to talk about is, so the New York Fed president, he said that the central bank will likely resume asset purchases soon. And this is not for stimulus or anything else, but mainly, he said, to manage liquidity as reserves in the banking system is getting tight. And this was the second reason that I wanted to say why yesterday the stocks and crypto went up, because this is something that he said yesterday. So this is like the first time the Fed is kind of throwing again with the word QE. And yeah, the markets, they love it, especially low cap altcoins. I think I saw a couple of small altcoins more than 50% up, and this is just if QE is there, that's amazing for altcoins.
Full blown alt season for some alts. I saw some good takes on that about Twitter. Basically, I think the best one I saw was that it's Binance pumping Dino coins because they sold off a lot of Bitcoin that they had to recapitalize. And the selling off Bitcoin is to make a deal with Wintermute, which is still not resolved. We're seeing stable coins depeg this week, and a couple of bodies flowing up to the surface. I think Stream Finance was one of them with 600 million-ish. That is in trouble or is already like depegged and in trouble. Yeah, but that's basically it. Some good takes on that.
So I see WH Whitaker in chat, and he also got a question, but I'm gonna take your question a little bit later. I'm first gonna finish every part, and then I can explain it a little bit better. But GM, by the way. So next, this is mostly Fed liquidity. And what about global liquidity? So just to show it real quick. So global liquidity at the moment is at a new record high, like always, but just by up a little bit. So at the moment, it is at $187.83 trillion US, and this is mostly driven by Chinese bank liquidity injections and the falling bond market. So still not US liquidity, like I just showed before. US liquidity is not good, it's not going up. Although they will stop QT, that doesn't necessarily mean that QE is going to start. But mostly at the moment, it is Chinese PBOC liquidity injections. So, but where I wanted to come on to now is, and I saw a very good chart from Wintermute where they, and I can show the article, so where they say that liquidity drives crypto cycles, and that's what I've been saying for I think the last 4 or 5 years, that liquidity is the most important thing, not only global liquidity. So we have stablecoin liquidity, and that's where they also talk about we have liquidity coming in through the ETFs, through DATs, and that's the most important thing in crypto. So like Wintermute is saying, global liquidity remains strong, which I just showed before, but high SOFR keeps cash in T-bills away from crypto. And this was my tweet that I put out on the 5th of November. Oh, he put, yeah. I didn't read this before. Maybe he read mine. Probably not, but
Sure.
And that's the thing at the moment. Crypto is in a self-funded phase with capital rotating internally until new flows return. I'm not going to read everything. It's super important. I've posted this in our Discord in the Bitcoin channel. If you guys want, it's a 7-minute read. But this is the most important thing. So the graph I had right here. So you actually see it. So these are the 3 main important factors next to global liquidity, in my opinion. And as you can see, the ETFs, so they went up by a lot. So the ETFs are this went up by a lot, but now they're stabilizing. And this was the move we saw towards 100K. And this is why Bitcoin cannot break the 120K level. The DATs are going up, but not super much liquidity. Stablecoins, we know it went up, but it also went up this last year. Now they're stabilizing. I even saw on Thursday when I was preparing the stream with George that stablecoins actually went down last week.
Oh, interesting.
That's not good. Crypto needs liquidity, like every financial asset. So we need global liquidity, stablecoin liquidity, ETFs. So these are the most important things you need to look at if you want to know that it's a good time to invest in Bitcoin or not. So this was actually my part. Maybe I'm gonna go over the questions real quick, and then you can do your part. Zero Cool. So W.H. Whitaker, he asked, and I think that's a question everybody has, is now a good time to buy Bitcoin, or do I wait? And that's a question we get a lot on stream, and the answer is different for everyone. So let's say you have a lot of money. Of course, you need to position a little bit into crypto, like 5%. If you have no money, let's say you have $1,000, yeah, you can gamble, you can put everything in Bitcoin, or you can go on altcoins. That doesn't matter, because let's say you lose everything, you work, you get the job, and you earn more than you've put in crypto. So it depends for everyone. Let me give a general answer. If I think, because the question is, should I invest? I don't think the question is, should I invest? The question is more, do I think Bitcoin will go up or down? I think that's what everybody wants to hear, because I cannot give you personal financial advice, since that's different for everyone. I think Bitcoin will go up. I don't think the 4-year halving cycle is done. Well, I just think it doesn't matter. I don't think it exists. You can watch my video on that as well. I think I've put it out 3 weeks ago. So I think we will go higher this year. Well, maybe not this year, but let's say into 2026, we will go higher. We will break all-time highs, in my opinion, but it will not be a clear road. So especially now, these 2 weeks when the government is still shut down, I think it will be rough. When there's no liquidity entering the markets, when there's so much uncertainty, it will be rough. We now see the relief rally, but you should still be hesitant to buy it, because yeah, like I said, there's no liquidity. So this is just a relief rally, which just on Monday can end in a disaster. So to conclude, basically is yes, but it won't be easy. So in the long run, if you're a long-term investor, yes, you can buy Bitcoin. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should go all in, but just DCA into it, and I think you will be fine over the long run. What's your view on this?
Yeah, I agree that it's personal. It really depends. If you're completely sidelined, you should have Bitcoin. You should always have Bitcoin. Bitcoin can be trading at $0. You should still have Bitcoin. But it all depends on your personal situation. From a risk-reward perspective, we'll go to the chart in a second. I don't think it's the worst location to buy right here. If you're not allocated, I would allocate. But there's also a big distinguishment between people owning Bitcoin as an asset and people trading crypto, right? You should always own Bitcoin as an asset, regardless if you're trading. but most people come into crypto to trade and make a quick buck, and it rarely especially for beginners, it rarely rotates to Bitcoin or other assets that they hold for long term. And
that's what I wanted to say. Basically, you formulated it quite well. So the time to get rich quick in crypto is over. I think it's still possible, but it's much more difficult than before, and definitely not with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is just a good safe haven asset to hold as a monetary inflation hedge, as how did you call it last week? The debasement trade.
Yeah, and the reason why people still trade Bitcoin is because it has a lot of liquidity in the system, right? Let's say I have $100,000 I want to trade with. I can move an altcoin 10, 20, 30% by buying even unleveraged an altcoin, but I cannot do that on Bitcoin. So if you want to size up, talking 10, 100, $1 billion position, you can do that in Bitcoin. You cannot do that in altcoin. That's why Bitcoin is still heavily traded and there's still a lot of volume in Bitcoin.
All right, let's move on. So we see Rage Jedi in chat. GM Rage Jedi, welcome to the stream. Another question, but we're gonna answer this real quick. So Frank Martin 111. Hi guys, what projects are you getting into? So both of us, we tried to go into the Mega Eat ICO, which was oversubscribed by a lot. We didn't get an allocation, so I've put in quite some money. I got zero cool, got zero as well. I've got another friend also zero. I think it was more towards the people that had more Twitter followers because they had more views on their posts.
Yeah, they had an entire pitch deck on how they allocated to the people who got in, what they did, the on-chain score, the Mega Eat score. It was quite in depth. There's still people who had NFTs, were active on the testnet, who didn't get in. So I'm not too unpleased that I didn't get in. I was kind of expected. There are two projects that I'll go over super quickly, 5 seconds, that I am working and actively trading and being active on. First one is Hey Elsa. If you can share my screen real quickly. Hey Elsa, let me quickly connect. No, I'll wait with that. Hey Elsa is a trading bot that where you can just chat with it like ChatGPT and it can do crypto stuff for you. They have a point system running. They have not made a token yet. I think the token event is in January. So for now, you can just ask Elsa to swap between stables and you will generate points. It's a fairly cheap way to farm points. And the other project I'm in is Glider with one of my wallets. It's not that much. It's just farming points. I think I have like $500 in ETH or something. It's just idling here. You make a single added strategy. And this one does trading asset allocation for you. For example, I put in 700 and it's down a lot. Amazing. That doesn't really matter. It's a long-term hold. But what it does is like you can say, I think the DeFi one is better. You say, oh, I want equal shares in these 4 coins, and it constantly reallocates for you. And you can do that with any coins, and then you just farm points based on the amount of money you have on it. This requires zero activeness. You just open a vault, you throw some money in it, and you let it idle. Those are the 2 projects that I'm farming right now.
Cool. Yeah, it looks good. You told me about, especially I like the Elsa AI.
Yeah, that one is very amazing. I can say, hey Elsa, swap my USDC on base for this altcoin with this address, and it does it for you. It prompts the windows you need to click. You can even leverage trade from the chat menu, which is amazing.
The thing is always with these things is, does it actually need a token, and how much value should the token have? So it's always super difficult. Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to wrap it up and
go to Bitcoin. Last thing I will say is, if you throw money at these projects, I showed you how much I have idling in Glider. Do it with money that you're okay with losing. There is a real chance these projects rug pull you or go to zero and you lose your money. Don't throw $100,000. Don't throw your entire net worth in these projects. It's way too fucking risky to do that.
Okay. Yeah, to wrap it up, I can real quick tell you my altcoin positions. At the moment, like I said, I'm still hesitant. I'm not fully all in. I'm mostly into Bitcoin. and Ethereum. Altcoins is just a small part. So I have Chainlink, which I made a video about the US coins. Solana a little bit, but I think I'm going to sell it. So I see Frank Martin has a question about Solana. So he's also asking, do you see Solana doing, I'm going to show it. Do you also see, do you see Solana doing a 3x in the short term if BTC pumps to 150K? A 3x, I don't know. That's maybe exaggerated. Everyone knows in Discord, I'm more of an Ethereum bull. I think the vision of Ethereum, the decentralization of Ethereum, the security of Ethereum is better than Solana. I think all the institutions, all the big companies will prefer Ethereum over Solana. And especially now when you see coins like Mega ETH coming up, I don't think there is a use case for Solana anymore. I think I said it in Discord last week that this cycle, I'm not going to touch Solana anymore because the big selling point for Solana was that it was fast and that was basically it, fast and cheap. But if there's coins like Mega ETH, which can send the transaction the same speed as sending a message with the security of Ethereum behind it, I see absolutely zero reason to use Solana anymore. I know this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people will disagree with me. That's just how I see it. That's why I'm not believing in Solana that much anymore. But that doesn't necessarily mean it won't go up. I still do think Solana will go up, but not like it did last cycle. That's also something you need to know. Newer coins with less bag holders will always move higher and faster than old coins. That's just a law of nature.
True. And then if you skip a cycle, you see what Zcash is doing, and it pumps like 4,000% in 6 weeks, erasing 6 years of downtrend. Let's go quickly in the charts because we kind of need to wrap it up if we want to stay around the half an hour.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my squiggly from last week. We have our range here. We were chopping in between. We tested this high here, took it out. It's a new all-time high, I think. Came back, bounced, and then last week we were over here. We were targeting above 114, 116. We would attack 124, and above that, sky's the limit. And then I said, also start looking down, and we dropped a level, 100,000 health. On the daily, very interesting candle pattern here. This is like nuke, and it didn't immediately recover. It's just like chopping around, so it's probably a little dead cat bounce. Market uncertainty, if you get like candles closing inside of other candles, it means the market is uncertain and people are not that risk appetites heavy right now. But yeah, I said last week, start drawing your levels on the downsides. I'll say this week again, if you don't have them, go get them, start putting them now. And again, so it's simple boxes, right? This whole area, probably a bit big. Again, if we do it on a weekly, it'll have a better framework. Like here it is. 186 to 82.5 is a big area. This is where I will allocate if we get there. And below, below we get some market structure break on the higher time frame. So if we start closing below here, again for me, a wick, like a wick here on the 10th. This is not a market structure break. This is a market structure break the week after. And now we're doing the same. If we start closing below here, it's a market structure break. And then it's more likely that we visit 80s than we go straight up. The weekly hasn't closed yet. So this can still recover, but I wouldn't be surprised that we at least take out this low. It's like a Monday low, 98.2, and I think it's also, give or take, the 365-day rolling VWAP. If you start from the year with a volume VWAP, volume weighted average price, it's also around 98.2. Probably touch that before anything, I think, and then start drawing areas of interest below this. I think I'll start allocating high 80s. And see if we get like a liquidation event into that or not. That's where I'm interested. I'm pretty risk off at the moment, and I will go risk on if we go there. And last thing that I want to say is there's two types of price action you can go into this, right? there's a slow bleed where it does this. Yep, that's not what I want to risk on in. I want price action like this. I want not a quick wick into the area that I'm interested in and instantly gone from it, and then not a slow bleed, because if you start bidding here, there is no chance in hell that that you can actually predict or guess with a good risk reward that this isn't just gonna tumble over and go even lower. You want the quick wick, so it's better if you have bits in the books. If you start seeing a slow bleed towards your bits, just pull them. It's a safer play. And that's about it. There's much more I want to say, but we wanted to keep it short. So
yeah, sorry, I have to go in 5 minutes because my brother is coming with his 1-year-old in 5 minutes. So let's do our predictions for next week.
Oh boy, were we wrong?
We were wrong. Yep. Okay. So we were wrong, but you won. So you're coming a little bit closer.
I won on technicality. Amazing.
This is super difficult. So, like I said, I'm not really trading this because it's super difficult to know where it will go in the short term. If there's a government reopening, then of course the price will go up. Solely on the charts, I don't really like price being under the cloud. Bearish TK cross.
Bearish cloud as well. So I'll say 89. I'll go super bearish.
What did you say?
89.
89.
Down here there. So basically a next leg down.
We will break all-time highs this week.
Yeah, my predictions are mostly offset by a week or something. Again, I'll emphasize it's super hard to blah blah blah.
Well, what I think is we're gonna go lower to finish higher by next week.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Maybe the last
answer on there's a question in the comments.
I'll answer it real quick. So Whitaker said you said wealth preservation, but what about long-term holding, like 5 years plus to build wealth? Of course, 100%. 100%. I think Bitcoin will trade higher in 5 years than it is right now. I think over the next 5 years, I think Bitcoin is one of the best assets to hold, since there is all that debt, since they need to roll it over, since the money printing will just continue. Everything will be inflated. There will be monetary inflation. And I think Bitcoin and gold will still be the two assets outperforming over the next 5 years. So there's no question about it that if you have that time frame, that it's good to hold Bitcoin. Altcoins, it's a different story, but Bitcoin definitely.
Yeah. Bitcoin has no top because the dollar has no bottom. As long as they can print Bitcoin, they can print Bitcoin. As long as they can print a dollar, Bitcoin has no top. So yeah, wealth preservation 5 years plus, you need to have Bitcoin. Period. No question about it.
Yep. All right, guys, everyone, thanks a lot for joining. Thanks a lot for all the questions. So we always like this when there is a lot of questions. So if you want to watch it live, if you want to ask questions, we are here every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central European time. Like I said, join our Discord. So if you have questions, you can just join our Discord, talk with us, and we gladly give you our opinion and everything. Of course, not financial advice, but we do our
best. We're here to make everybody survive these economical hellhole times, because for the average person out there, it is absolutely bonkers. And I'm blessed that I have a well-paying job that I can do crypto on the side, but it's not easy out there. So take care, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I see how high can Link go in a bull market. Difficult to say, but I'm also a Link fan, so that's what I wanted to say. So Link is one of the coins I hold. So Link, Solana, XPL, Ondo, Ina, Jupiter, Near, and Stacks. These are my small bag altcoins. And with that, I'm gonna end the stream. So I see you all next week. And bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.